Ooh, there we go. Three, two, one. Okay. Um, so, loading. I'll give it a moment. Anyway, while this is loading in the background, doing whatever the heck it does, this is the first beta weekend for, pardon the piano music upstairs, RollerCoaster Tycoon World. The newest RollerCoaster Tycoon game, and the first one we've gotten in over 10 years now, I think. I think 3 came out in 2004. I don't know, because I was a little late to the party on it, surprisingly. Um, since the first one I got, when it actually came out, turned out to be a Japanese ripoff. That was interesting. Um, anyway, RollerCoaster Tycoon World, yes, it's in its first beta for the weekend. I did not yet make a video on it, so I'm going to now. And it loaded, finally. Okay. Right, blah, blah, blah. There is some problems. First of all, it's a little loud. I can't really hear myself think right now. Because there is no options. There are no options, period. There's no options menu whatsoever. No resolution, no quality, no sound, nothing. Nothing whatsoever. I mean, I pray to God that's because it's in beta, and by the second beta, they better have an options menu. Like, seriously, if they don't have an options menu in the second beta, I'm going to assume they will not have one in the final game. There needs to be an options menu, period. Even for just basic things, just resolution, just volume, for Christ's sake. I can't hear myself think right now. Volume. Okay, right. Options menu crap aside, seriously, just add one. This is not an options menu. Everything's grayed out, and okay, great, it's a beta. You get one map you can pick from, and I'm gonna let's start. Now, I'm a little worried about this, to be honest. I've already played a bit of this, and this game comes out in just over a month right now. Just over a month. There'll be another beta weekend with supposedly most of the game unlocked for play. But as of right now, all I have is a coaster editor. But even just based on the coaster editor, I'm a little worried for the game that comes out in over a month. I don't think it's worth writing a Steam review on. Everyone's writing all these negative Steam reviews saying, oh, the game is gonna suck based on the coaster editor. Well, you can't really base it just on the coaster editor. That's the problem. And yeah, there's some things that don't yet work, but I understand why they don't, honestly. And that's the thing, a lot of people really haven't taken the time to try and figure this crap out. And so I'd just like to say some of these Steam reviews are not really thinking before they write. So I'm going to start. Okay. So anyway, game starts up, runs like shit. That's the first thing I can say here. Game runs like shit. Okay, it's 60 frames per second as long as there's nothing in the park. Which, by the way, this map doesn't look that big. Like, just a thing. I hate to say it, but RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 had bigger maps than this, and so did 3. I'm not saying this is a small map by any means, I'm just saying I feel like there's a little limitation on the size here. For some people, more advanced people that want to be able to expand very far, and this just doesn't seem like a lot of room to me. I don't know why, it just doesn't. The game is down to 30 frames a second again, even with nothing in the park. Anyway, so what you can do in this beta is you can build paths. If the path would build. There we go. You can build straight paths, you can build curved paths. You can build multiple types of paths. You know, make it interesting, I don't know. So here's an issue I've had. Why can't you line up the path with, the previous segment? Because that's a problem. So if you're making a curved path, for example, you do this, place a path, and then you want to continue. What if you accidentally did, say, oh, really? That. Now you have a massive bump in the middle because you can't get it to line up with the path that you had before. I don't know, it's just one thing. Anyway, you also got queue lines, whopping 2 of them. Let's hope to God there are more in the actual game. And my game is already starting to lag just from placing down these paths. That's the problem. The optimization is crap. And mind you, my system is not slow. Alright, anyway, so they have 9 different types of coasters right now. From what I understand, the actual game will have 40. So, 9 is a good amount for at least a coaster builder, I'd say, and since that's all you can do, or you can fuck with the terrain, or flood the park, as I discovered the hard way. I haven't used the move tool yet, don't know why it does. Anyway, I haven't built an inverted coaster yet, actually, so let's go ahead and do that. Stations are huge, and they're all a set size, and I don't understand why. Like, seriously. Why are the stations a preset size? This doesn't make any sense to me, seriously. I want to be able to adjust the size of the station myself, thank you very much. Like, don't force me to use your preset station sizes, please. I will hope that they just need to fix that, period. No preset station sizes. Get rid of that. Just stop it. Don't try to be cool. Don't try to make it look cool, because no. Just normal. Go back to the old one, please. I really don't like that. Anyway, so you got standard tracks, chain lifts, friction brakes, boosters, and block brakes. And what I've discovered is that this game does not operate on the same physics as RollerCoaster Tycoon previously has. So if you try to build a coaster in the same fashion, it won't work. First of all, you'll notice that the thing runs on spleens, which lag a lot. 15 frames per second from doing that. On a system with 64 gigabytes of RAM, 6 cores, and 2 GTX Titans, that's 15 frames per second. Anyway, so that means you just have to build in small segments, really. Anyway, so what you can do is you can build up, which leads to another issue. So if you do want to build in small segments to prevent your computer from lagging out, you end up with shit like this. What the fuck? This is the issue with the spleen adding system. It doesn't work. I don't know. I mean, maybe I just haven't learned yet, but... Oh, there is a way. Okay. So there is a way to fix that. I just was stupid. I haven't played too much of this yet. So let me try this again then. So if I start to delete some sections of track then... Alright, so anyway, let's get to work. Now. Alright, so let's go ahead and raise that up, and then we will rotate that there. Now can we build in smaller sections? There we go. That's more like it. So you can't... Oh, for Christ's sake. Who the hell? Oh, Steam Community's dead. Okay, I need to tell him to shut up. Hold on. Or, actually, maybe I don't need... Well, I could just have him join us. Yeah. Let's have him join. He is now going to be in the video. Hello. Okay, so for the record, I'm currently making a video on RollerCoaster Tycoon World, so you're now in the video. Welcome aboard. Your mic is lagging like no tomorrow, by the way. Yeah, I can't understand you. Hello? His dad is streaming football. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to start building the downhill slope now, and I'm just going to keep building for a second here. This is very limiting. Let's just turn this way. We'll just go in a loop. This is so much more difficult to use than the old one. I don't mind the section by section thing. That's the thing. No. Turn the other way, please. Fuck your invalid locations. Oh, what the fuck? There. Fixed. Anyway. Now that he is gone, we shall continue. building a random coaster that I don't quite understand how to build. Spleen editing is difficult, has a high learning curve, I understand that. Anyway. Oh my god, are you serious? This is why the section by section thing needs to come back. Look how long I have to make this segment for it to work. I mean, yes, it's more realistic, but it's just not fun. I don't want to have to do that. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to finish the track. I don't care. Oh wait, I can't quite finish it yet. I have to friction brake for a moment. Without brakes, a train will literally just blast right through the station and continue on its merry way. Anyway, let's go ahead and increase the chain speeds up a bit so that this thing doesn't sit on the lift for 6.5 million years. Please. Alright, perfect. Let me go with the brakes here. Brake force, let's leave it 5.5 for right now. And now what you can do is you can open the ride and absolute fuck all happens. Because since the game doesn't have people yet, and you can't actually adjust the settings to reduce any of these, it just means that if the ride is opened, it doesn't do anything, which means you have to test it. And here's a problem with testing. When the ride is testing, you can't ride it. What the actual hell? No! You have to be fucking kidding me. This support is in the way. Are you fucking kidding me? This means I get to rebuild a small portion of the track to make it work. And that means that this support's going to hit too, and that's not going to work. So I gotta move it out of the way. But I can't. It's not going to let me. Oh, move. Alright, so since that's not going to move and now I have way too many sections of track up there, what I need to do instead is move this part. Which means this is going to have to get dragged in, which it for some reason actually let me do. Okay. God damn it. This is just too complicated. Now it's going to go up the thing again. It's not going to hit any supports this time. It's just going to climb, and you can't ride them because it's in testing mode. Which is, by the way, really stupid. And it's going to go down. Whee. And now the coaster is going around the track, and it's probably going to die. Oh no, it's okay. Do. And this basic ass. Wow, wait. Why can it go through those supports, but it can't go through the ones up that? Here's a problem with the brakes. The brakes have a preset force. And what that means is they can bring the train to a complete fucking stop. You can't adjust the actual speed of the brakes. You can only adjust the force. Ugh. Which means now we get to retest the entire thing. Fast. Faster, please. Generic ass music playing the whole way. Please, like, come on. This is so generic. Where's Alistair Brimble when you need him? I made all the music for the old games. Good news, it passed. Got ratings of absolute shit, but I mean it passed. And how, honestly speaking, like, I don't understand some of these ratings. Intensity is, first of all, they all suck at Ultra Extreme for some reason, and secondly, the ratings just don't seem to work. 0.08 on intensity? Sorry, what? That would mean that this coaster has less intensity than say a merry-go-round from previous games. Excitement of 1.33. I get it's not a great coaster, but come on. Nausea of 0.88. Again, these are ratings lower than a merry-go-round from previous games. I don't believe them. That's the thing. Anyway, since you can't actually ride the coasters or adjust anything about them, it's just not worth it. That's all you can do in this beta. You can do that, and that's it. That's literally it. Oh, you can place scenery. Oh, it lines up to paths. Didn't know that. That's all you can do, though. You can build a coaster, and you can test it. You can't even ride it. You can just test it. If you get into the ride camera, nothing fucking happens. And you can't get in the ride camera when it's testing for some reason. See, when it's testing... Oh! Oh! That's the first time it's fucking worked. That is literally the first time it's fucking worked. I have never had it work before. Every time I try, it pauses the game the second I'm actually on the coaster. Okay, cool. Now it works. You know, is it fair to say, looking from this perspective, that despite the really shitty performance of the game, the graphics don't look that much better than RollerCoaster Tycoon 3? They really don't. Ugh. See, how come I can go through those poles and then not through those? I mean, it's just from a fun... Good news, the brakes work. Okay, that is literally the first time the coaster rider has actually worked. I have never gotten that to work before. Anyway, we may as well at least build another coaster. Let's make it wooden. And we're going to make it frontier-y style-y. I mean, mostly because we don't have a choice. Okay, and now it's nighttime, and you can't adjust that. Everyone loves wooden coasters, right? Let's make it a chain lift, and let's go up. Just a bit. Let's make it to... How high should this thing go? Let's make it to 41 meters. Building that in two sections may have been a smart idea, but I didn't, so whatever. Anyway, what you can still do is you can completely crash the coaster. See, that's what usually happens. Well, that's not clipping in the slightest. Oh no, don't tell me it's... Okay, so it's possible to build really steep chain lifts, but the problem is they don't always work. Or was that boosters? I think that was boosters, not chain lifts. Anyway, on the bright side, you can still crash coasters, except they've kind of made it very much E-rated, as in coasters no longer explode. All they do is they fall to the ground. This is what they do in Parkitect as well, by the way, but Parkitect is in its alpha stage. Also... Are you kidding me? Hold on a minute. I need to see that again. Let's do that a second time. Let's make a train sandwich. That can't be the way physics are supposed to work. Dunk. That's definitely not the way physics are supposed to work, but I don't care. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, now that I'm down to 20 frames per second because I'm building a spleen that's up higher, let's just go ahead and... Curve too steep! God damn it. It just feels like I'm limited in so many ways. I can't do anything. Look, I could make a curve like this in the previous games. I mean, okay, maybe I still can barely, but hold on. If I try to lower it down, then it's going to have to stretch out. There we go. Oh, no, no, no. Thank you. No, what are you doing? Holy... Oh, by the way, rides can get tangled up like fucking things. Look at this. I can just tangle it up by wrapping it under itself. That doesn't make any sense. Anyway, now that I managed to do that, let's just make that a drop. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and begin banking. Let's make it 30 degrees this way. And that's the minimum I can even do. Really? Oh, come on. Seriously right now? Are you fucking kidding me? There. Alright. Then we're going to go there. Oh, bugger off. Really? 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 Okay, maybe if I were to just make a very slight bank and no, I can't even okay, even real coasters don't have to go this far to start making 15 fucking degrees. Let's make it 30 and then we have to go twice as far. You will never convince me that that is how it has to happen. Curve too steep. Curve too steep. Curve too steep. I have to go out to here? Are you kidding me? In order to bank to 30 degrees and go down by about 1 meter, I have to pull the track all the way out to here. Is this a joke? Oh god, I'm just trying to make it go under here. Why is that so fucking difficult? Okay, we'll remove that. We'll just go this way. Please. Curve too steep. Curve too steep. Curve too steep. Curve too steep. Fuck your shit. Fuck your shit. Fuck your shit. Fuck your shit. Fuck you. 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 Curve too steep. 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 Whoa, wait. Oh, there we go. I'd only have to bring it all the way out to here. Are you kidding me? Hold on. The track is banked that way, but I can make tight curves in this direction? Is this a joke? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, great. So what they're saying is I just need to not have any banked curves. Okay, perfect. That's realistic. I'll just not do any banked curves and wait for the coaster to crash. Okay, can we please have a bank? Please. I just need to make sure the coaster makes it around that curve. Okay. Oh my god, now I can do that? Only at 15 degrees though, obviously. Well, let's see if a 15-degree bank is enough to keep this thing from flying off the track at high speeds, and whatever it's going to be going at. I guarantee it won't be. Let's make that 0. Up and bank. What? I can go up and bank tightly, but I can't go down and bank tightly? Curve too steep. Curve not too steep. What? Okay, now this game just wants to screw with me. Okay, curve 0 out to there because that's the only way you can do that. Let's make some friction brakes. Perfect. That's how it's supposed to work, right? Curve too steep. Will you shut up, computer? It's been beeping non-stop. Alright, so now that's done. Test! And I can't ride it. Bull horse. What did it hit? What the fuck did it even hit? Hold on a minute. What did it even hit? Let's try that again. What the fuck is it hitting? Test. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. It stopped despawning the trains. Now I know what the move tool is for. You get out of the fucking way. Bullshit. Good news, I made the trains go down. Oh my god. Test. Ride. Let's head back to seat. How the actual hell? Alright. Well, I'd say this coaster is a massive ass disaster. Wouldn't you? This can go over here. And now, do we still have invalid location warnings? Yes, we do. But what would happen if I were to say save the... Oh, right. That's right. I'm not allowed to yet. Bull ass horse shit. This is going to make it around that fucking track. Oh no. We know sure as shit that it's going to hit those supports because the supports were too stupid to despawn, and therefore the whole entire coaster is going to fail. Oh my god. This is a joke. This is not what I waited fucking 11 years for. This is not what I waited 11 years for. What the actual fuck am I playing? This isn't... This is running at 20 frames per second. It doesn't even look that good. How is it running at 20 frames per second? Alright, so far so good. And... what? What? Bullshit. It crashes on pure nothing, but it's fine there, and... Holy shit, it actually made around that. I can't tell if it's actually making it, or if the physics engine just gave up. I think the physics engine just gave... Nope, there it goes. It just crashed on nothing this time. Move it this way a little. Curve too steep. Oh, I can do that. That would have been helpful to know. This should keep the train from crashing. Why is it that half the time they despawn? They better fix this. There. Chain speed increased. Test. Please make it. Why is there a gap here? This doesn't make any sense. I somehow don't believe that a train can go up a train lift like that, but whatever. This game is like a mix between realistic that... What? God. What the... fucking shit. Is it because the chain speed was too high? Does it have to be fucking 15? God. You crash one more fucking time. In previous games, you made coasters crash because you wanted to. This one, they crash for no fucking reason. What the fuck is it in it? This is beyond frustrating. This is awful. This is absolutely awful. What the fuck? This better be fixed. They have one more beta and then a release date of December 18th, wasn't it? 10th or 18th, one of those 2 days. And oh my god. I may get a refund, honestly, when the game comes out, because I think I can do that still. No, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to wait for the second beta. I'm going to just assume that every bug that I see in this game right now is going to be fixed. Because here's the thing. Okay, I see bugs like this in Parkitect all the time, but I understand why they're there. That's the thing. The game is in its alpha. It's got a lot of time left. It's in a pre-alpha stage. It's got so much time left before it's going to come out. I expect these kinds of things from a game like that. This comes out in just over a month. This is a beta. This is a near-release beta. And the game doesn't work. The game is frustrating to use. That is what's the worst part. It's frustrating to build roller coasters in RollerCoaster Tycoon. How the fuck? Also, what's the free camp? Doesn't do shit. I can't see what it does. It doesn't seem to affect anything. This has to be fixed. There are 3 coaster games. There are 3 theme park games currently in the running competition. One is this. This is supposed to be the best one because it's RollerCoaster Tycoon. We expect this thing to be good. We expect good things from a RollerCoaster Tycoon title, except for that goddamn mobile game. But the mobile game, at least you could build a fucking coaster that worked. The coaster builder in the mobile game was shit because you didn't have fucking chain lifts or fucking brakes or even the ability to make the thing stop at a fucking station or anything. But at least you could build a fucking coaster the way you wanted to build it with an easy-to-use ass coaster builder the way it's been done in RollerCoaster Tycoon for the last how many fucking years now? 20 years? Not quite 20, but still. It's pretty close to that. This was with spleen editing. Spleen editing. Fine. I understand spleen editing is good for customization, but it shouldn't be frustrating. That's the thing. This is frustrating. And it's not so much because of the fact that it's not a good idea. It's just because it's bugged. Everything in this thing can be narrowed down to bugs and glitches, and that's bad. The whole coaster builder is one big fucking bug. If those bugs were fixed, it would probably be great, but right now it's not. And the fact that you have situations where coasters crash for no fucking reason, where in other situations they're fine, doesn't make any sense. There's no fluidity here. Some supports cause them to get knocked off. Some supports don't. Sometimes it'll crash on purely nothing. Sometimes it'll fly off the tracks when you don't have a curve set properly. Sometimes it won't. Sometimes I don't understand anything. The coaster cam works sometimes it does not. Apparently, sometimes the trains despawn from testing, and sometimes they don't. Speaking of which, where is the train that was supposed to be testing here? Is it still just sitting in the station doing absolute jack all? You can't align paths, you can't... There are just so many things that have to be fixed in this game before December, and that's going to be hard. I don't know how they're going to do it, honestly. I don't want to leave a Steam review because I don't want to... I just don't want to leave a Steam review because I don't feel like it's fair yet. I don't really feel like it's fair to judge the final product on this. I'm just saying, as of right now, this game looks to be not awful per se, just difficult in the worst ways. It's just not... It's hard to just describe. It's just... You need to have fucking continuity. If a coaster is going to crash against a support, it will crash against all supports. If it will not crash against all supports, it should not crash against any supports. If a coaster is going to fly off the tracks on a curve, it should fly off the tracks on all curves. If it is not going to fly off the tracks on a certain type of curve, it should not fly off the track on any types of curves. This just doesn't work. The fact that this whole mixed up bag of like sometimes it does this, sometimes it doesn't, I don't fucking know anymore. Everything else can be narrowed down to bugs and whatnot, and the fact that, honestly, it is just a coaster builder right now. Beta 2, they said they'll have most of the game unlocked. I assume I will be able to build a park, an actual fucking park, with paths, with shops, with currency, all that jazz, and I will make a video on me just... Who the actual hell are these blokes? I thought they said over and over again that there were no fucking people in the game. Who the hell are these? Okay, well let's try something. How about that? I'm gonna doze real quick. Apparently they're just ghosts of people. They're not actual people, because they just disappear when I delete the paths that they're on. But that's something. Okay. Oh my god. Why can't I click and drag to get rid of the paths? Why do I have to What the fucking Christ? Oh my god, I'm trying to keep quiet because I don't want to start shouting. I don't want to start shouting. I don't want to start shouting. I don't want to kill this game. I don't want to kill this game. I don't want to kill this game. I just want to play it. I just want to play it. Okay, fine. Game, you want to do that to me? I can do it to you too. Watch. Now there's a queue line. And there's a thing. It leads to the ride. I will open the ride. I will speed up time and the ghost guests will walk towards the ride. The ghost guests will get on the ride and the ride will start moving, right? That's how this is all going to work. No one goes this way. No one goes this way. People will get on the coasters and call it fucking out. These little ghost ass people, whoever they are. Just get on the coaster. Just get on the coaster. Just get on the coaster. Please. It fucking works! There's a ghost person on my coaster. Why didn't they tell us this shit? This is the only coaster I have that fucking works. Should I even build another coaster? Like, should I even try? Should I bother? Or have I been burned too badly by this fucking ass piece of shit that I just want to bulldoze? That I am going to bulldoze. Get out of here. Leave your pile of trains behind. Actually, I know what I want to do with them. Okay. That just happened. The whole camera stopped working. The whole camera stopped working. The game is still running, but I can't rotate the camera. Or move it. Alright. Preset station sizes. Spleen editing that doesn't work. Oh, the whole game is... Oh, there it goes. Now it's working. Where was I? Alright. Preset station sizes. Spleen editing that doesn't work. Inconsistent crashes with objects that sometimes kill it and sometimes don't. Crashes against thin air. Failing to despawn trains. Useless physics. And the fact that the game comes out very soon. I will wait. I will not say, just don't pre-order the game. Not yet. Just don't. The music even stopped working. Not that I care. It's all generic ass shit anyway. Sounds like they got on a free sample site. That's okay. Where's Alistair Brimble? Come on, guys. Get the composer back at least. Don't touch this game. Don't touch this game until that second beta comes out, when the full game will supposedly be unlocked, and when I will test it again, because I am a whore for RollerCoaster Tycoon. I will test it. I will see if it is shit. If they have fixed the bugs, if I can build a coaster without it demolishing itself, good. If I can't, I will shout. I will rant. I will probably break something. This is a childhood game of mine, for those of you that don't know. The fourth game, you can't see the air quotes, was on mobile, and that was a disaster. But dare I say, based on this beta and the coaster builder alone, the mobile game is better. The mobile game is better. The mobile game. The mobile game's better. Fucking. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just said that, but it's true. The mobile game is better than this. How do you fuck that up? Beta 2 will come. Test the game. I'm gonna, if it's not playable, it's not fun, if after Beta 2 I can still recommend the mobile game over this, I will break something. I will shout, and I will scream, and I will ruin everything. You don't ruin a fucking PC RollerCoaster Tycoon game like this. I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm just gonna say it's just because it's a coaster builder and truly somehow, even with only a month to go till release, that it's a beta, that it's actually going to get fixed. It will get fixed. This will be the replacement. I will be able to uninstall RollerCoaster Tycoon 2 and 3 and 1 and just play this one and be happy and be able to do all the things that I could do in the previous games. All of them. Be able to Put no entry signs over the entrance. Make sure no one can come through. Be able to build coasters that function. Let's put it that way. Coasters won't crash on thin air. Trains will despawn if they do. I'd love some explosions. I'm going to say that every time. I said that with Parkitect, but at least that's in pre-alpha, so I can understand why there are bugs like this in that one. And at least that's a playable-ass fucking game, too. Parkitect is playable. Parkitect is a game in its pre-alpha, and it's playable. I can fire it up right now, and I can play a legitimate game. I'm not restricted to a coaster builder, and the game is not near its release. It feels like a game. How can you, 40 days away from your launch, lock so much of the game away? That's another thing. Why is it the coaster builder only? And if that means you're trying to put your best assets forward for the beta, then I'm scared. Because if the coaster builder is an example of your best assets, I am scared. I do not want to know what the rest of the game is like if it is going to be anything like that coaster builder in terms of bugs and glitches and inconsistencies. But surely it won't be. Surely I'll just be able to build the way I always did. The game's not going to force me to have a preset entrance and exit on rides, right? The game's not going to have preset station sizes when the game comes out, right? The game's going to have various types of scenery. I can even see in the background of this menu, so I'm going to assume yes. The coaster builder will work. And the game will be fun. It will be fun. And there'll be an options menu. Because that is the one thing I will look for. In Beta 2, if there's no options menu, that is where the shouting starts. And that is only going to be the beginning. You don't burn RollerCoaster Tycoon. You don't make a PC game so bad I can recommend the mobile game over it. When I shat on the mobile game for 50 minutes, I shat on that mobile game for 50 minutes. I told it all how shitty it was, and I showed proof of how shitty it was, and it was better. I'm going to cut this review, and I'm going to go play a game that will calm me down. I'm gonna go play some Parkitect if you don't mind. Something good. Something I can play.